Jesus, takes forever to save in the studio. Alright. Is it live or upcoming? Live, let's go. What do we got? Drop shot rumble again, oh my goodness. You wanna do it? So, tournament, yes, no? Dum-de-da-de-doo. Yeah, it's on. Why aren't you here answering me? Do you want to do the tournament, yes or no? Geez, that took you forever to answer. You could have answered in the game. Here we go. A warm-up game of this nonsense we're gonna have to play in the first round. That worked. See, look, we get it on the other side. It bounces in one little square each time it bounces. Now you get it over this side and half the thing opens up just from one bounce. And I'll get a save, there's no goals. Ah, you're kidding. You flip onto the ground. Just smashes it into the ground and does more damage. Oh, thanks. Hey, good one. Losing to bots, are you kidding me? That lead lasted ages, huh? Okay. Oh, okay. Here we go, the other team gets all the luck. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. How do they keep getting that? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Ah, darn it. Go. Oh, so close. There we go. Drag it in there. I didn't know if your shot was going in anyway. I had to make sure. How? I hit that over there and they got the damage for it. Okay. Nice. Looked like I was going towards that little goal there, so... Oh, jeez. How did you not do any damage when you're hitting into the ground then? Ah. Sorry. Oh, no way. No way. Oh, that was just about in then. Yeah, it is, Aaron. I wouldn't be playing that mode otherwise. What game we got next? Split Shot Heat Seeker. Me. Do you like it or is it bad? You love the name? Wee. I'll take it. Don't know how you got an assist of it when he hit it back, but anyway. Well done for you. Sometimes if you're up further, it's actually better to just drive through and you respawn back here anyway. See, you end up getting back quicker sometimes, not always. Oh, my bad. I just try to get out of the way. And then get back in time. No, I so unit covered. No way. What? That was lucky. Nice. Sometimes it's better to not touch it. You've seen it missing and just left it. Oh, come on. Terrible shot. What the? Bit of lag suddenly? Oh, got to that, come on. Yeah, I told you, I got to that. They should have bounced back out and been a shot at goal. No, come on. Oh no. Oh, lucky. Over. Yes. Why do they get the kick-off for overtime as well? They got the kick-off for the start of the game. It's like they get the first half and second half kickoff. Oh, sorry. I knew it. Oh, come on. No, they'll lose. One player was carrying. Like, I know you got more than me, but with them two, one got way more than the other. No, you got a bit of lag, did you? Oh, come on. No, come on. Wow. Always behind. Very terrible touch. Wow. Ah. No. Wow. What the... No, I think it was just you were a bit close to that one. Oh, come on, no boost doesn't help. I think it's a guy trying to help his friend. It doesn't seem like he's going as hard as he could be. The way the other guy missed, like, completely going for the ball the first kickoff. He's tried to do a couple of passes to him and stuff. Get carried and then spam what a save. Yeah, okay. No, you gotta go. Okay. See ya. Have a good night. See how we go on this stupid thing tonight. Yeah, you guys take off straight away. No, shouldn't have jumped. I knew it. Didn't need to go up. Darn it. How did they both miss it? Miss. And then he goes for it, going for goal. The only time he did hit it. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. I've done nothing. 10 points. How the... No, thanks. Go. Oh my goodness. You didn't get it all, Johnny. Go. Wow. Ah, my goodness. Ah, come on. My teammates get it just before me. Yeah, awesome save. In threes I'm gold. In threes I'm lucky I'm not bronze. In twos I'm platinum. No matter what I do, it seems to be wrong in threes. I try and defend because no one else is defending, and then suddenly they smash me out the way and save it themselves. So I go forwards, and then no one else defends, and they score a goal from the opposite end of the field. We just can't win. Most threes players should stick to casual. They just want to chase the ball around and get hits, and they don't care where the ball goes as long as they hit it, and they feel good about themselves just for touching the ball more or whatever. They could score 10 own goals, but as long as they score a goal for themselves and get a save or something as well, they're happy as. And I hate it when people do nothing all game except for bump you around and everything, and then suddenly they know how to play right at the end when the game's over anyway. It's already out of reach. Like that. Why was he there? That's it, both of yous go for it. See now, when he was in the middle, why did he go over to the ball when his teammate was right there anyway? Like that. Quick, go over there. Instead of waiting for him to pass it to you, it's much better to go tackle him. They just want to hit the ball. They don't care. Look, even the other team, all three of them are there. See, like I said, don't have to go over to the ball, just wait in the middle for it to come to you. Exactly what I said the other guy should have been doing. And as soon as I go forward, I do it, and what do you know? That's how you end up getting a goal. What a surprise. It's amazing how tackling your teammate doesn't help you score. Ah, see, and then he bumps me. Idiot. Just to try and get to the ball, they'll go through their teammate. Ridiculous. I'm the only one that'll defend, and someone just chases the ball full on. Everyone missed it. And now someone's trying to forfeit when we're 3-1 up. Hi Ashley. How you been? Vegan kid. Okay, what's up? See me just chilling in defence. And I've already got a couple of goals and a save. I think that's right. Huh? He got assists off my goals just because he happened to touch it. He shouldn't have got an assist for that one. Maybe the first one. Seven one, gee. He literally hit his teammate out the way because he called that he was going to get it. Oh, wow. I'll take that. Another assist for him thanks to me scoring it. I could get more assists if my teammates would get on the end of my crosses. 4 shots for 4 goals that game too. Normally my shooting percentage is terrible. So you're going out to get drunk on New Year's Eve, Ashley? Going out and partying on the town? Woohoo! Because years ago someone said that's when a calendar ends, another calendar's starting, so go party. So you have to go get drunk and act stupid. It's the rules. Don't worry, I don't think I would either. When my son was younger, I took him, like, to a couple of fireworks displays and that for New Year's. But I didn't actually go party or anything, just, yeah, went and found a good vantage spot for a fireworks display, and every time you think of, oh wait up, there's a fireworks display happening there, so if we go up onto this hill over here, we'll actually be able to see it pretty good. And that's not really a lot of people around over there, so it should be pretty quiet and just be able to kick back, enjoy it and watch the fireworks. And then we get there and there's people everywhere. It's like everyone had the same thought, no matter where you go. Oh, maybe we should go up to this spot. Nope, sorry, people there already. Ah, laid it down for you perfectly. Had to double commit. Awesome. Ah, go. Well done. Oh, missed completely. Smashed out the way, thanks. Bang, sent me flying. Oh. Oh, you're kidding. Come on. Listen, I stay back. That ain't school. Nah. Ah, darn it. Right. Ah. Ah. God. No, you're kidding. Ah, come on. Oh, wow, how many want to bounce off along the way? That was fun, well played. Yeah, he got up to 130 after the game was already over. He had 50 points by the time they got 2 goals up. An ad popped up saying a woman can find your soulmate. Wow. How hard do they have to look? Do they have to search really hard all over, or do they just go close their eyes and just point at a spot on a map and go, that's where you'll find them? You say, I don't have a soul, I sold it to the devil. So how are you gonna find my soulmate? Impossible. I've seen them ads where there's some guy who says, I'll draw your soulmate. And in the ad he says, someone asked for a refund because I drew someone that they knew Little did they know that was their soulmate, and they've now been married for blah blah blah. Oh my goodness. Too bad all the people that believe it. Some guy draws a picture for them and they go, right, that's my soulmate, and they just go looking just for that person. Someone asks them on a date, no, sorry, you don't look like the guy that the person drew for me. Talking to your mum about getting married. Oh, I don't know if I should marry him, Mum. He's not the guy that got drew for me. And love, you've been engaged. You're meant to be getting married. Yes, but he doesn't look like my soulmate that got drawn on a picture. I can't marry this man. Now that's how you save a shot at goal. Why are you trying to hit it backwards? Yeah. I've never really met, I mean, I don't know, if we stayed together, I would have married, eventually we would have got married, me and my son's mum, and we'd probably still be together if we had, just for the cost of divorce, but, yeah, I said that we'd be engaged to be engaged. Right, there's no point being engaged if you're not actually planning a wedding and saying, yes, we're going to get married soon on this date, blah blah blah, because there's so much better things that you can spend the money on. So I said, when we've got the money that we can spend on a wedding, we'll have a wedding. But like, I'm not going to have a wedding and like drive around an old bomb of a car, and not that I was, but you know, there's so much other things I'd rather spend that much money on than just a wedding. Terrible game. Well, she didn't want that, my mum didn't want that, her parents didn't want that. Her parents didn't even want us together, really. No real reason for it. When he was born, I was living in a place, like I was only renting, but the house at the time would probably be worth $1.5 million, just because of where it was. Right in a nice suburb, everything you could need around you. Just right, not far from the beach, but far enough so you don't have the beach crowd at your front door. Far enough, close enough to the shopping strip and everything, but not so close that it's at your front door, you know. Everything was just right, the distance away from everything. Beautiful house. But she had our baby and she wanted to be closer to her parents, so we moved. I'd say it'd be about a 45-minute to an hour drive away from where I was living at the start, for her to be closer to her parents. And in the time between my son being born and me moving out of that house because I couldn't handle it anymore, her parents came to visit. I think it was 3 or 4 times. So I moved out of a beautiful house in a beautiful neighbourhood. Like, that place we moved into was still alright, but it's not where I wanted to live, sort of thing. Plus, I had to travel an hour and a half to 2 hours to get to work every day and home from work every day. I was working a different job then. I was working full time and having to travel a couple of hours each way just for her to be closer to her parents. And like, they came around about 3 times to see their grandson. Didn't even come on Christmas or his, like, any special time. Didn't come like Easter, Christmas, birthday. Didn't come on any of them 3 days. Just out of the blue on a weekend, they'd pop over for a couple of hours. And every time they came around, they'd always find something that we didn't have that they could ask me to go get. So then I'd be gone. Get me out of the house for some reason. But it was the parents, it wasn't like my partner that was like that. It was her parents that were just, oh, have you got tea? Have you got coffee? Have you got this? Have you got that? Not even asking that they want it, just asking if we've got it. And then whatever we say, no, we don't have any of that at the moment, then suddenly it's, oh, do you mind grabbing some? cheapest house you can buy in the suburb I live in, if it's an actual house. At the moment, there's a house for sale, about a 10-minute walk from my place, in the suburb I live in. It's 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and a garage, and I think it's $530,000. Houses around here. There's a house literally 2-minute walk from my place, right around the corner, that sold a month or 2 ago for $2,060,000. Just over $2 million a house sold for, just around the corner. And it's not even some big mansion, it's a pretty big block of land though. But yeah, just recently that was. Ah. Do they still see their grandson? No, he doesn't. Oh, no way. Yeah, he doesn't see his mum's side of the family at all anymore. And my side of the family, well, my dad passed away. His parents kind of disowned me and my mum and my brother, and then my brother sucked back up to him going, oh, but I don't like my mum, I like you. So my brother and my dad's parents left town. I'd already left town, but I was still in contact with my mum, and you know, still visited and stuff. But my brother left town and moved to the city and just didn't talk to my mum anymore. And my mum's, like, I don't know, my aunties, my uncles, I hadn't spoken to them for a good couple of years anyway. Because I grew up in the country, where I lived, there was just nothing there for anyone. As soon as you grow up, you kind of have to move out, or have a family member that runs a business or something, or be willing to work in customer service for the rest of your life. So, right, there's just no jobs there, nothing. So yeah, my mum's side of the family moved all over the country. My dad's side of the family kind of disowned me because I still talk to my mum. They were upset with how she handled what happened when my dad passed away, because she went and bought stuff from the shop. My dad was like me, my mum, my dad and my brother were in a car accident. We were in the middle of nowhere. We get taken to first ambulance, me and my brother get taken to the closest little country hospital. And then we have to wait there for the second ambulance because my dad needs to be cut out of the car and everything. And then my mum and dad get there in the second ambulance. We have to be flown from the country to the city because the hospital there just couldn't handle our injuries. Me and my dad, my mum and my brother were fine. So we waited for the plane, we jumped on me and my dad got put on the plane, well, taken by ambulance to the airport, put on the plane, flown, whoops, flown over to the city to be able to go to the hospital that could actually help us. He passed away going from the plane to the ambulance once we landed at the city airport. I got taken to the hospital. I was in ICU getting surgery and everything like that. My mum got told that my dad had passed away and my mum and my brother were just going to stay in a hotel somewhere. They'd been brought to the city by my auntie. And because my mum didn't go straight to my mum did go straight to the hospital where I was. But while I was in surgery and when I got out of surgery, she wasn't there. She had taken my brother shopping. And my grandmother on my dad's side never forgave her just for that one thing, taking my brother shopping while I was in hospital. Because like, we were in a car accident on a holiday on the way to visit my auntie. Everything was in our car. My brother had no clothes to wear. He had nothing except for the clothes on his back. And my grandmother says, "How dare you go shopping and walk around all the shops having fun shopping while your son's in the hospital?" Like, no, that's not how it was. She was going to buy my brother things that he needed because he had none of them. She bought nothing for herself. She just bought my brother clothes and like things that he needed for while they were at the hotel and waiting for me to recover in hospital and stuff. My brother's 2 years older than me. At the time he was 17. He was uninjured. He was still on holidays. Like, I don't know. My dad had just passed away from the accident, but I don't know. My brother was still on holiday with my mum kind of thing. So that annoyed my grandmother. I'm sure my brother didn't want to just come sit at the hospital all day. But yeah, because I was 15, they couldn't tell me that my dad had passed away without someone being with me. And my uncle, my dad's brother, who I only ever saw 3 or 4 times at Christmas in my whole life, he gets brought into the x-ray room where I'm getting x-rayed, lying on the x-ray table for my back and everything, and they bring him in to stand next to the x-ray table as they tell me that my dad died. And my mum and my brother were still in the middle of nowhere in a car on the way to the city. All they knew is that me and my dad got taken in an ambulance. We were still alive. Both of us were both in serious condition. We both got taken in an ambulance to go into a plane. And then she had to wait till she drove to the city to find out what was even happening, if we were even still alive or anything. As bad she went shopping right after my dad passed. Well, she kind of needed to. Like I said, my brother was there. Yeah, with her with no clothes to wear. Like, she didn't go shopping as in go buy jewellery and buy presents for people and stuff. She went to buy my brother things that he needed. Because we were driving the car to down the highway to go from where we lived to where my auntie lived, like about 1,000 kilometres, 650 miles or something, and we drove like a bit over halfway there, then stayed overnight somewhere, and then drove the rest of the way. And it was the second day, like when we were going the rest of the way, that it happened. Well, yeah, she would have been, I would expect. She would have been in shock and everything too. It was a Sunday. The accident happened at like 11 o'clock in the morning, 10:30 in the morning or something. Had to wait, I don't know how long for the first ambulance, and then she had to wait however long for the second ambulance. Then had to wait for the Royal Flying Doctor Service, the air ambulance plane, to arrive at the country airport, then get taken by ambulance to the airport, then get on the plane and fly to the city, and then get taken by ambulance to the city hospital. And then I got all x-rays and everything. My dad passed away right as we arrived, pretty much, going from the plane to the ambulance. It's like the fresh air killed him or something. They couldn't keep him stable, like moving him from one place to the other. So yeah, by the time I was having my operation, it was like overnight operation on Sunday night. My mum got there at like Sunday evening, and she knew that she had to get my brother's stuff for the next day, because he was literally still wearing the clothes that he had just been in a car accident in, with blood on his shirt and everything. So she went out to a couple of shops that were like right near the hospital. She stayed in it, like her and my brother stayed in a hotel that was like less than a minute walk from the hospital, and they just went to a couple of shops to get him some things for like the next few days, because I was in hospital, and they'd told her that I'd needed an operation and everything, and I was going to be in at least for a week or two. I don't understand people saying, like, why would you go shopping if you've just had a car accident? That's crazy. But I don't understand how she could not go to the shops to buy my brother what he needed. You know what I mean? How could she just say, oh, sorry, your brother's in hospital, your dad's just died, you're just gonna have to wear that t-shirt to like stop grieving, and then we can go to the shop. I or you're gonna have to wait till we get back home in a couple of weeks. You know, I just don't see how that's a viable option. But for doing that, that made my grandmother hate her. Made my grandmother hate me for not hating her. Like, as far as my grandmother's concerned, like, she left me in the hospital. How can I not hate her? Like, you had just been in a car accident, you were having surgery, and your mum just left you. How can you still not hate her for that? Which I don't really, it doesn't matter what side of the fence you're on, if you agree that she should have done what she done or whatever. You don't go telling a kid, oh, by the way, you should hate your mum because she done this, this and this. I was told 8 hours. My bow was completely destroyed. Like, 2 cars hitting each other head on at 70 miles an hour. And the seatbelt just crushed my insides, so they had to like remove part of my bowel and pretty much reconfigure my digestive system. And then I was in ICU for, I think it was like 12 days, and then I moved to a normal ward, and I was in the city hospital, just the normal ward, for only like 3 days or something. And I got told that because I'm just in the normal ward and that, I'm going to get moved back to my hometown. They're going to move me from the city to the country, back to my hometown, and stay there until I recover to get out. And they took me from the city to the country on a Monday, 2 weeks and 1 day after the accident happened. And Monday night, I went to bed in the hospital, and Tuesday morning I woke up early hours of the morning with shit all through my bed. And the nurses came in and said, oh, you've had a bowel movement. That's a good sign. You might be able to get out today. And I was released later that day. So I was only literally in the country hospital back home for 1 night. apparently they wait. I can't remember them doing it, but apparently before my surgery, they weighed me, and then I do remember I got weighed when I went from the ICU to the normal ward, and in that, what, 12 days or whatever, no, it might have only been 10 or 11 days, I can't remember, but in that time I'd lost 14 kilos. Yeah, I can control it. Yeah, it wasn't a permanent thing. I was lucky. I could have ended up with a colostomy bag or something. Drink driver slammed into us going the wrong way, on the wrong side of the street. As we were driving down the highway, like, apparently it was about 100 meters in front of us or something. He swerved over our side of the road, and when both cars are going like 70 miles an hour straight at each other, that 100 meters is gone in an instant. Wasn't even any brake marks or anything, no time to react, just gone. But you see it happening. I don't remember it. I don't remember if I was awake. I don't remember what I was doing. I remember I was sitting in the back of the car. I remember about 20 minutes earlier we'd stopped just for like a rest stop, and my brother was driving before that, and they changed driver from my brother to my dad because my brother was right on his provisional license or whatever, on his P plates. Yeah, on impact. With a blood alcohol reading of over 0.4. Because apparently he either didn't swerve all the way over our side of the road and it wasn't like a flush head-on hit, or he swerved across and then started swerving back. So it was like both the driver's side hit flush with each other instead of the whole front end of the car hitting flush with the other whole front end of the car. It was like, I don't know, 60% sort of thing. Like a sort of hood to hood, you know. Front end to front end, it wasn't completely flush. So, because of that, our car spun around and his car veered off straight into a tree. And no one even tried to help him. Because there was a witness that seen it happen that was driving behind the guy, the other driver. And he saw it happen. And he pulled over and he helped and everything. And a couple of other people pulled over as well. And there was like someone directing traffic and someone with me and someone just like helping my mum, whatever. There was a few people around trying to help out and stuff, but yeah, no one went to him apparently. Well, no one went to him to help him anyway. They might have gone over just to check if he was alive, and oh well, he's not, bad luck sort of thing. Ah, lucky. Could have got it forward then if you didn't bump me. Yeah, it is sad, Ashley. Happened on the 8th of January, so the anniversary is coming up too. We were actually on our way. We were going to go from where we lived in the country to another place in the country where my auntie lived, and we were going to stay there for like a week and a half, have a holiday. And then on the way back home, I was actually due to stop. We were due to stop at the city because there was a cycling event that I was involved in. And it was like a warm-up event for a championship event and all this stuff, so yeah, it kind of screwed that up for me as well. And there was even people from the cycling club that I was involved with in the country town where I lived that didn't go to the event. Like in memorial for me and my dad. They came to the funeral and they didn't go to the city to go to the cycling event because I couldn't go, and like the whole club couldn't be involved because there was a fatality. So no one, well, not no one, but most of the people in the club just said no, we're not going. And I had to sit in my granddad's car at the burial. I couldn't even get out of the car because I only got out of the hospital. When I got out of the hospital on the Tuesday, they said to me, now you can go to your dad's funeral tomorrow. Yeah, it was pretty surprising, to be honest. Wow, two of his teammates just left the game. It's 3v1. Poor guy. I guess everyone's got a story though, haven't they? Couldn't imagine if anyone's had a nice, perfect life where nothing bad's happened to them. Hmm? I wanted it to go in before anyone touched it. Yeah, my granddad passing away sucked a bit, but he was sick before he passed away. With my dad, it was just some stupid idiot that caused it, and it didn't have to happen at all. But my granddad, he had diabetes and yeah, he had an operation where he got part of, I assume it was his hip, because I know he had an operation where he got part of a bone removed to put into where he had to, I don't know, it was ground off a bit or something, and I know it was his shoulder and his hip that were involved, so I couldn't imagine you take your shoulder, like graft off your shoulder and put it on your hip. I'd imagine it'd be the other way around. So he had an operation, he had that operation where he got a like bone graft, and he had diabetes, and he went to the hospital and he got pneumonia in the hospital. He was like the strongest man I've ever known, I swear. There was one day he had his back neighbour, the house was empty, and he knew the guy that owned it, so he knew the guy wouldn't mind and everything, and he, just as a trick for me and my cousins, he used to go out the back and throw a full brick from his back porch onto the roof of the house behind him. So it'd go all the way over his backyard, all the way over his neighbour's backyard, and then onto the roof of his neighbour's house. He was just so strong. Yeah, well, we didn't really have to sue him or anything because everyone knew they were at fault, so there was no, like, it was a compensation claim, and yeah, everyone in my family got one, me, my mum and my brother. I actually got the most out of all of us because it affected me the most, and I was at a more, I don't know, vulnerable time of life, and I watched it happen, and I was seriously injured and all this stuff, so yeah, I got substantially more than they did. But even that was a long time ago, and yeah, I wouldn't say I've got nothing to show for it, and I've got nothing left from it or anything, but I don't have what I should have. Even like my mum, when I talked to her about it one day, just straight up asked her, and she had lied to me about money so often, about like how my dad's will was and everything. So I asked her just straight out, forget dad's will, forget all this superannuation and everything else that you got off him, just your compensation amount, how much was it? And she told me, and I said, well, I got this much. And she burst into tears, as if she should have got more money, and how dare I have more, and all this stuff. Full on put a guilt trip on me that all her money she couldn't touch until she retired, and all this stuff, and I can spend my money however I want because I'm only young, and all this stuff. Full on guilt trip on me. I spent so much money just on her. When my dad was working, he worked for a place that went into franchise mode, so he got a big redundancy payout, and he passed away 4 years later. So he had the redundancy payout, his superannuation, which is like 401k, so he had like both of them lots of money. He had his redundancy payout, life insurance, like that was all that she was going to get just off him, his money that he already had and was already set up for. Plus then she got a compensation claim for how he died and her being involved in an accident and stuff. But she tried making out I was stupid, like as if all the money stayed exactly where it was after my dad died. Because he'd put it like, oh, I'll invest this money over here, and I'll have this money in this bank account to pay off the mortgage each month, and I'll have this money in here, blah blah blah. And she made out that it had to stay there. After he passed away, it was put in his will to go straight to her. A dead person can't pay a mortgage. The debt goes to her and the money goes to her. And how she decides to pay it is up to her as well. She could have, if she wanted to, just gone, oh what? I've got $100,000 here and I owe $50,000 on a home loan. Alright, I'll just pay it right now. And if she wanted to, like there'd be fees and all that sort of stuff, I don't know, but if she wanted to, she could have done that. But she was making out that it all had to stay the way it was when my dad was alive and the way he set it all up and everything, like. So she still couldn't touch it. As if she couldn't touch my dad's retirement money until she was retired. Like, that's not how it works. He couldn't touch it till he retired, but then he passed away. So now the beneficiary gets it. Not gets it when they retire, they just get it. And she got the house that she was meant to, when she sold, divide the money between me, my brother and herself, and she just sold it and kept the money. She rented it out for a couple of years first and then sold it. See, that's why I don't like that my grandmother tells me I should hate my mum because of her going shopping and all this sort of stuff. She's lied to me her whole life about all sorts of things. I don't need a shopping reason to hate my mum. There's even been times like in the past, because I live in a different state to her, there's a couple of public holidays that we have at different times in the different states, and my bank wasn't open because it was a public holiday, but her bank was open because it wasn't a public holiday there. So I asked her to help me out until my bank opened the next day, and she said she couldn't get to her money and all this sort of stuff. Like, I could be starving hungry, not eating a meal for a week, no roof over my head, nothing, and she'd say, oh, I need to wait till I retire to get my money. Right. Yeah, 20 years time isn't going to cut it for me when I haven't eaten a meal this week, you know, but okay. I'm not saying it was like that, but theoretically, if I did happen to be in that position, it'd still be the same answer. Sorry, I have to wait till I retire. Oh, she's not actually. She's not at all. Very selfish. My dad saved up thousands of dollars to go interstate on this beautiful holiday. He saved up for a couple of years. Like, we went on one holiday, and then like a few months later they started planning the next holiday for, like, you know, we'd go on holiday, a decent holiday, say every 2 years or so, and he'd started saving already and started planning it and everything, and then they'd like decided where we're going and all that stuff, saved up all the money to be able to go there, go to book the flights and hotels and stuff, and there's no money in the bank account to be able to book it. My mum's just spent it the whole time. Instead of, like, when my dad gets paid and she's meant to take this amount of money and put it in this account and stuff to save up for the holiday, she's just spending the money instead. And my dad ended up having to take out a personal loan just so we could still go on the holiday. And she didn't even say anything until he went to book the tickets either. That's the worst part about it. Couldn't even say like, oh, you know, the shopping's been costing a bit more lately, so we're gonna have to cut back on this or cut back on that, and you know, to be able to save up for this holiday we need to do this. But no, she just kept her mouth closed, spent all the money, and yeah, at the end goes, oh well, things cost more now, like I had to buy stuff. No real reason for it, just I needed to spend it at the time. Crazy. I mean, I feel bad for my son because he hasn't spoken to his grandmother for so long. He hasn't seen other extended family for so many years. He wouldn't even recognise them if they walked straight past him. But I also feel like I need to protect him from them. I don't want, like, especially my mum like that, I don't want him to get lied to his whole life. If he actually talked to her more often and that, and he expects that things are gonna happen and then they just don't because she's full of crap. I don't do 1v1s. I don't mind people joining up for a game, but I don't play 1v1. Platinum in 2s and gold in 3s. I'm trying to get my gold rank to platinum so then I can play 2s again, but I keep going down instead. What you want to play? Yeah. Well, if you want to play, my rank is platinum in 2s, gold in 3s. It'll say the same thing, it'll just tell you my epic name. I'm trying to get my gold rank up to platinum rank, and then I'll play 2s again and get that up higher, but I can't get that one up to platinum. I don't do 1v1s. I appreciate you subbing, but I don't do 1v1s. Well, my mum's dad passed away from diabetes. My mum's mum, she's like, they live far away, so it's not easy to see them. But she's like, she'll stick up for my mum no matter what she does. She knows it's a nice lag spot. She'll stick up for my mum no matter what she does. So, even knowing that she's done all the crap she's done in her life, it's still like, but it's my daughter, you know. I've lost my husband. My nana's like my mum's mum, my nana. She's such a nice person. She's too nice. Used to always be the family Christmas dinner host, and yeah. When her husband passed away, my auntie said, "Oh, I'll help you out more," but just took advantage of it. "Oh, you've got a car, I don't need to buy a car, I can just use yours." And it's like, my nana had a car, but instead of my nana driving, my auntie drove and gave my nana a lift where she wanted to go, and used my nana's car to go wherever she wanted to go. So it was my nana's car, but because she was a bit older and couldn't really walk around the best and stuff, she got given lifts everywhere by my auntie, but in her own car. And it was like my auntie treated it like her own car. And my mum, well, she got remarried, so she's too worried about her husband to worry about her own mum. So she actually went to a retirement home, and then after living at this retirement home for about a year, she was too bored there because she doesn't actually need to live there. So she ended up moving into a different place, and through all that time, every Christmas and birthday of mine and my son's, she'd still remember to send us a gift card to be able to buy ourselves something for our birthdays, because she lives so far away, like the freight or whatever, the parcel costs and everything. It's just easier to get a voucher for us, a gift card, whatever. But then we moved house, and she moved house again, so I don't know where she is, and I don't know if she even knows where I am. I was gonna, like, when I moved house, I went to send her a letter to say, like, don't send me gift cards to that house anymore because I've moved. And it was no point sending her a letter because she had moved. No, they live miles away. Having Cooper and yeah. It's not like I could just go jump on a plane. It'd cost too much money. I'd have to put Cooper in some kennels or something, and then catch a plane, and then catch another plane, or bus or train. Or no, just bus, no train goes there. It'd be either 2 plane rides or a plane and a bus, or 2 buses. That'd be a long trip though. What would it be, about 700 miles from my place to her place? And if I went there, because I don't know her address, I wouldn't know where to go look for her. I wouldn't know if she's even alive. I wouldn't know if my mum's moved town or not yet, because last time I heard anything from them, she was meant to be moving to a completely different town with her new husband. The only person I actually know where I could go to be able to find her is my auntie, and that's my mum's sister. And my dad's parents, well, they can stick it. The last time I spoke to them, I said to them, are you still speaking to my brother? And they said, oh, he's always busy. And I said, well, can you at least pass on my number to him? And they said, oh yeah, if we speak to him, yeah. I spoke to him again. Have you passed on my number? Oh, we haven't spoken. He's always busy with work. That went on for like a couple of months. Spoke to him 4 or 5 times over that time. Every time was, oh, he's busy with work. How do you know he's busy with work if you're not talking to him? And if you are talking to him, why can't you just tell him my phone number? So, for them being such hateful people towards my mum for being untruthful, they're not the most honest themselves. My family's all messed up. My uncle took my brother out drinking for his 18th birthday, but before his actual birthday, and then told me that I'm not allowed to drink because it's illegal for me to drink. It was illegal for my brother to drink, but because it was almost his birthday when he was going to be allowed to drink, then it was okay. And because I asked for a drink, that made me an alcoholic. Because I didn't want to sit around as a teenage boy, 16 years old, with my uncle and my brother sitting there drinking, having a good time, and I have to sit there with my mum and my auntie watching some soap opera on TV or something. Like, come on mate, what is this? And now I'm an alcoholic because I asked for a drink as well. Wow. They called me a druggie for taking painkillers after the accident. That was another nice one. As far as they were concerned, if I was in so much pain, I would have still been in the hospital, so I shouldn't have, because I was out of the hospital, I shouldn't have been taking the pain medication I was taking. So that made me a drug addict. And it was what, 15 when I was taking the pain medication, and when I last spoke to them in around 2010, when I was like 35 years old, 15 years, no, it would have been later than that, 2015, so like 20 years later, when I haven't like been in the pain for years or anything, I speak to them over the phone because they're coming to Melbourne for a holiday and they want to catch up with me. And the first thing my uncle says when I talk to him over the phone before they come to see me is, "Are you still taking them drugs?" 20 years later. Rich snobs, my uncle and my auntie. Well, that uncle and auntie. They've both got managerial jobs. Like, at one stage before my auntie got pregnant again, they were both making over 100,000 a year. They had plenty of money and they just thought anyone that was beneath them wasn't up to standard. I like my Ducati, but it's not quite the same, so I might go buy a Harley as well. But I must admit, I've said some pretty messed up things to some of my family members. In my mind, they all deserved it at the time. When my uncle was being a smart ass to me, telling me that I'd take drugs and everything, my response was, I wouldn't need to take the drugs if I wasn't coming to see your stupid ass and some idiot ran into me and killed my dad. A motorbike, yeah. He's mad with motorbikes. He's got 4 motorbikes or something. Him and my auntie go riding through the hills and everything. He went riding one day on his Ducati, like a fast motorbike, went flying around down this like scenic route, came off his bike going round a bend, and the bike went flying off the edge of a cliff and he ran straight into the like tree that was there and then the railing that was there. Could have killed himself. Went straight off the edge of a freaking cliff. because it's only like a small country town where they live, and it's not like there's any, you know, CEOs or whatever that live there, and because they're both like managers and everything like that, like upper management or whatever jobs on good salaries, pretty much everyone in town knows them from their nice house, their nice cars, their multiple motorbikes, their, you know, everyone knows them as the rich family, and, well, one of at least. No. I like the place where I live. I just wish I lived in an actual bigger property. I don't care about the size of the actual house. Like if I pick this house up, this exact building, and put it on a bigger block of land so I can't hear my neighbours so much, and, you know, being close enough to things but being far enough away from people so you don't hear a car going down the street even, you know, you have a bit of a long driveway and just things like that. I'd actually like to live in my parents' old house where I lived, the house that my dad bought. I'd love to live there again. Yeah, well, I've got 2 bedrooms because I've got my son, but yeah, I don't need anything big. I don't want it to be too small and pokey either, of course. But yeah, if I could have this place, even in this suburb, but just on a different block of land, so I didn't have neighbours close to me, or even just better neighbours. I don't know, I need to have no neighbours, I think, because I'll get annoyed by such little things with neighbours. Like, it could be a Saturday afternoon and my neighbours have just got friends around and they're out the back and kids are playing and stuff like that. They're just kids playing, they're not hurting anyone, nothing like that. But they're running around screaming and everything. I don't want to hear it. I should be able to just sit here and not have to turn my TV up louder and not have to, you know. I'm just sitting here in my lounge room relaxing. I don't want to hear it. I should be able to not hear it if I want to not hear it. Oh my goodness. And it's terrible that I even get annoyed by that. But It just does. It annoys me. I need to have somewhere where I don't hear anyone. And I'm such a light sleeper. So if I hear almost any noise, it wakes me up. Or I can't get to sleep, more to the point. It's not even really that things wake me up, it's I just can't get to sleep. If I can hear absolutely anything, I just can't get to sleep. Yeah, see, that would annoy me. That wouldn't annoy me, like, if they're just doing something like that and they're not full on partying, being loud and... No! I accidentally pressed the wrong thing. Yeah, if they weren't actually being loud and partying and being stupid and that, I'd tolerate it, but it'd still annoy me. Like, there's times where, even last night, yesterday evening sort of thing, my neighbour's kids, well, my neighbour had friends over with kids, and they were running around playing with water just because it was a hot day. They were spraying each other with water with the hose and everything, and that's what they should be doing. It's a hot day. They're just kids out running around, but that even annoyed me because I could hear them. Like, I always think, why can't you just play quietly? Like, does the screaming have to go with it? Oh nah, music vibrating my wall, I wouldn't be tolerating that. Not a chance. The place that I moved to when we moved closer to my son's mum's parents, when we lived in that house, our next door neighbour, it was like a duplex. So we had just, our house was attached to a house next to us. It was a full-size house. 2-story, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, full-size backyard, you know, like, but it was a duplex house attached to a house next to us. And every Sunday night, of all nights, because it was Sunday, they had like, almost like it was a church meeting at the lady's house next door, and they would sing gospel songs, but they would do it at night time. They'd start at like 8 o'clock at night and go for a few hours, and there was times where I would literally go knock on the door and say, it's too loud, you're allowed to sing, but you're not allowed to sing like that, no way. And they'd apologise, and then at other times I'd go knock on their door no matter how loud they were singing and say, it's 10 o'clock, like, noise has to stop now. And that's not me, that's the law, the noise has to stop now. That's what I'd tell them, 10 o'clock, and they'd stop. But yeah, it was full on gospel music, and it was at 8 o'clock each Sunday, and I don't know, just, there'd be, I don't know, around 5 of them there, singing together. So Yeah, like I said, it was almost like a church meeting, but not enough people for it to be a full-on church gathering, but just like a meeting of, I don't know. It actually wasn't the worst. It's just the volume of it. Because like they weren't just singing, they had microphones, they had music playing in the background, you know, like it wasn't just a group of few people going la 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 la. They had full on, yeah, it was a rock concert style next door, but gospel music. Like they had some sort of karaoke machine or something almost that they used. And yeah, you heard the actual music coming through and you'd hear them singing and it'd be like coming through a speaker. Yeah, so it was pretty full on. I felt bad though because I was telling them to not sing gospel music and, you know, almost saying, by the way, you're not allowed to worship anyone here, or, you know, because I certainly wasn't trying to do that. I was just trying to not get disturbed by music coming through speakers at 100 million decibels. Jeez, I'm about to drop down to silver in this. I said I was going to. Oh, nice. What are you doing? Why hit it straight across the goals like that? I knew he was gonna be there. Oh, that's it. Everyone go for it. This is why I'm going down ranks. People just go for everything. Don't care where the ball is, where they are. I'll hit it straight into my own goals. I don't care as long as I hit it. Look, they're both up on the same wall. Oh, come on. You really lined it up. I don't have a rank. Ranks don't exist. I'm such a high rank, they kicked me out of the game and told me I can't play ranked anymore. No, in 2's I'm platinum, in 3's I'm gold. I'm trying to get my 3's rank the same as my 2's rank and I just can't do it. Saying, wow, like, lucky I didn't score. I didn't score though, so maybe it was just good, not luck. Yeah, you get the boost, that's it. It's going straight for it, but you grab it. You probably get called Xavier heaps in the chat, eh? Autocorrect would come up with that name all the time, I would expect. I reckon most times people type that it would come up in auto correct it's Xavier instead of Xavier. Just hanging out behind the plate, not doing nothing. Ah, come on. Yeah, even worse. You just have to go for everything. No. Ah, darn it. Wow. Oh, no, Nick, come on. Look, I'm right here for you. Both right there to go for that. No one there to go when I crossed it. That's it, both of you commit to the same ball. same thing. All they had to do is not both go for it. Oh, wow. He scored that on purpose then. I swear the game needs to get rid of these people. The worst thing is everyone else thinks it's a joke too. Like, I could play with a game and my two teammates could play normally, and one person on the other team could play normally, and his two teammates can troll him, throw the game, just completely annoy him the whole time, and my teammates will think it's funny that the other guy's getting trolled. Even when they're not the ones doing it themselves. Be nice to see the social media ban expanded to games. If you're in Australia, if you're under 16, you can't have a social media account, but you can have an Epic Games account and talk to people however you want on there. You can have all sorts of different games where you can just use the chat to talk to strangers, and they think it's all okay because they don't use social media and Instagram and TikTok, whatever. Well, what about the crap they say on this? What about the crap they say on every other game? It's not going to change anything. And I still haven't heard of anyone actually say that they know of anyone that's had social media accounts taken down or anything. My sub count didn't drop. All the accounts are meant to be closed and shut down, and people can't actually sign into the account. Like, they can just watch videos or whatever, but they can't have an account to comment or use the chat or leave a like or anything like that. They can just watch things anonymously. Well, apparently they've got something that, like, some AI to stop them doing that or something. But like I said, I don't know of anyone at all. I mean, I don't know really how I would find out that someone's had their account shut down, but like, Ninja's in Australia, Ninja Pro, he's in Australia, he's not 16, he's still using his account. Amazing, my teammates are right, well one of them at least is rotating, dropping back to defense. Ah, just beat me to it. Ah, no. No. Oh, no way. God, why did he just sit there? Oh, come on. Go. No way. Wow. 9 goals at 8.5 minutes. Ah, darn it. Ah, come on. Ah, whoop. No. Wow, that was lucky. Go. Well, he's not there, darn it. No, he's gonna get there still. You're kidding. Someone, oh. If anyone was in the middle, then that was in. Simple touch it and it scores. Darn it. 12 minutes of gameplay with no goal. Go. This is easily the longest game I've played with no goals being scored. Has to be 13 minutes. Wow. Just over 13 minutes of gameplay for one goal. Wow. And it was low scoring, like, we had a few shots and one of their players was saving a few, but we only got 4 saves between us. It's not like there was heaps of shots at goal and just wild saves everywhere. It was just middle of the field type of play for the whole game. What, Tiger's losing subs? I think he needs to turn on his streamer mode for his music. He says he gets copyright claims, but he has his music turned on. So, I don't know what the copyright claims are for. He was talking about it the other night, but Yeah, you have to have it so it doesn't play the copyright songs. You do a copyright emote and it's just silence. The thing is, everyone loses subs. It just depends if you gain enough subs for your numbers to keep going up, or if you don't, for them to go back down. If you gain 5 in a day and lose 6 in a day, it'll go down. But if it's the other way around, it'll go up. I haven't checked mine for a while, but I was going at just over 50% retention rate. I'd had 25,000 subscribers and I'd kept like almost 13,000. So 25,000 subs, 13 stayed sub, 12 didn't. I remember I showed a guy where on YouTube Studio, it's all changed now, but back then where on YouTube Studio you could see your total number of subscribers you've gained over the time, not just your current sub count. And he had at the time like 130,000 subscribers. And I showed him where it was on YouTube to check his total subscribers that he had gained, and he looked at it and went, "What? No, this can't be right. What the?" Because he had had over 310,000 people subscribe to him, yet he only had like 130,000 subscribers that he had kept. Which I'm not knocking him for. But yeah, it's amazing how many accounts, alt accounts that get removed, and people who just aren't active, so they get removed. Hmm? You must be having a good day if you come here to talk to me, eh? Must be a real good day. I couldn't imagine going to someone's channel after, what, more than 5 years? It'd have to be close to 6 years just to say that you don't like them. It must be a real slow day if you're doing that, eh? Oh, that upsets me so much. Oh no. Good on you. Do it to every one of my streams on my channel, see if I care. It's just more interaction, you know, it helps, don't you? Haven't you been taught about YouTube yet? Like I said, must be a slow day. No, you do that. You don't have to tell them anything. They already hate me, and I already don't care. And what are you going to tell them to stop me from doing? How is anyone online going to stop me from playing my game? What are you going to do? Come to my house and steal the PlayStation? Huh? Keep trying. You're just trying to say the most hateful thing that you can, and it's not working. I know I've won as soon as you come into my channel. Hey Francesca, how are you? As soon as you come here, I know I've won, because I don't care about him whatsoever. You care about me. Living rent-free in your head for 5 years. Wow. You don't charge for anything, do you? So from the comments you've made, I can gather people have already talked about me again. That's every year for 5 years they're still going. This idiot does a stream and says, we're gonna do a Hall of Fame stream for all the best viewers and all the best people at this trivia that I do, blah blah blah. And someone's mentioned my name. And because someone's mentioned my name, that means I'm still in your guys' head. You still think about me, and you come here just to try and show me that you hate me, when it just proves you care. You wouldn't waste your time like this on someone you don't care about. And that's really sad. Oh yeah, all the time. You know, the last time I thought about him, the last time some idiot came in my stream and mentioned him. He's someone I don't know. I spoke to online. I never met the guy. Why would I care? What is there to care about? Like, jeez. Like I said, I know I'm winning as soon as you come here. As soon as you come in here mentioning his name and talking crap about me, trying to upset me in some way, I know I've won already. It's good that you still care about me after all this time though. Thank you. It's sad that I play video games all the time. Didn't you just say that his gaming content is better? So doesn't he play video games all the time? Oh, but he's cool for doing it. You're so stupid. You contradict yourself within minutes. Within minutes. It took hardly any time. This guy's cool with his games. You suck because you play games. Right. Just the opposite. Within minutes. Poor kid. Every year, at the end of the year, some idiots come into my channel to troll me and talk smack about me, and it all from a channel that I watched before I even started this channel. So if you go to my about page and you see when I first made this account, I watched him before I even made this account. like months before I made this account was the very last time I ever watched him, spoke to him, anything. And they still come here to try and troll me. And they still think that I care. Hey, what, Tiger? See, it's funny how this is always how it happens too. Start off trolling me, hating me, blah blah blah. Then you talk about something else that you hate as if like we're on the same side or someone else here is on the same side as you. He can report me to the police all he wants. Or is them NYPD coming knocking on my door? That'd be funny, eh? Tell New York police that some guy in Australia done something wrong to try and get them in trouble for something, and New York police are gonna look into it, are they? Alright then, guess I should be worried. They're gonna be knocking on my door any day with a search warrant. So you just had to say something about that because I mentioned that you talk crap and then you mention the social media stuff. Like, see, you sit here talking crap and then no one cares about it. So, oh, I'm angry about social media, as if someone else is going to talk to you about that so you can have a friend anywhere in your life. And then, because I point that out to you, oh no, I can't do that, I've got to tell you that I hate you again. Can read you like a book, play you like a fiddle. It's sad. You really need to go be a child. Stop letting all these adults and older kids and stuff teach you how to be a troll and how to be negative all the time, because obviously you don't have fun, or you wouldn't be in my stream sitting here trying to annoy me. Nah, they're just idiots, White Tiger. I didn't... Like I was saying, it's some idiot from a channel that I watched before I even made this channel, before I even had this account at all. It's someone from like way back then, 5.5, 6 years ago. Used him for what? What did he give me? What are you talking about? If you use something, that means you get, like, if you use someone, that means you get something out of them. What did I get out of him? What did I use him for? Did I care about him? No, you're right. I don't care about him at all. Like I said, White Tiger, just someone trying to make me angry. Trying anything he possibly can to make me angry. Don't worry, I heard all about stories from so many people from back then in that stream. From someone that I still occasionally talk to. There's actually someone from that channel that I still, you know, he still pops in here. He actually came in, oh, what, a couple of weeks ago to say Merry Christmas. So, don't worry, I've been told stories about so many people from that channel, and you tell me, oh, Mike Bleasy, I didn't care about him. I heard how he ended up, don't worry about that. And the funny thing is, he's fall for all the crap. I feel bad for you. You just get like, I don't know, it's almost like you're being groomed by all these adults that want kids to grow up acting a certain way. But they don't care about you at all. It's the things that they try and teach you and get you to do are not in your best interest. Not at all. But you think, oh, he's cool, I'm gonna listen to him. Oh, go right ahead. Enjoy your jail sentence of a life. Enjoy being single your whole life, having no fulfillment from anything ever. Oh, it's so bad. It's who I think it is. It's someone that was around at the time that knows, pretty much they know what they're saying is just lies anyway. That's just the way they are. they try and they like find a couple of people online that they think are cool and stuff like that, and like then they just copy them and do whatever the other people do. But they copy like toxic people and just idiots. And then when someone like in a live stream, they'll say something toxic to someone, and when one of the other people that they think is cool laughs at it or something, they think, oh yay, this guy thinks I'm cool too now. Oh, I'd laugh at it, White Tiger, especially from these idiots from that channel. The guy himself, from like, who actually is on the channel, he doesn't care about it like the viewers do. I probably told you about it before. I watched the guy for ages and ages. And then when I started streaming, not on this channel, but when I just started streaming in general, he used to come into the chat on a different alt account trolling me. And then one day we were on a stream and he came in with his troll name saying, hi, I'm this guy, blah blah blah, and he joined the panel on the stream but without his camera on because he was just using his phone, and he went to turn on his camera thinking that it was his camera that was his back camera on his phone, but it was his selfie camera on his phone, and he showed his face for everyone to see. So it was this guy that I'd been watching for ages that had been trolling me, and instead of watching me to support me or anything, he was here just to troll me. And I found out it was him, but not even him admitting it, him just messing up with his camera accidentally one day. And a lot of his viewers think, haha, you got trolled, no, bad luck for you. Because I won't deny it, it really annoyed me. It wasn't just the fact that someone trolled me or he trolled me or anything like that. It was the things that he used to say to troll me, and then finding out that it was him saying it. Like, what the... That's enough of your crap anyway. Yeah, I know you haven't streamed for 2 days. This is just... I would expect it's his viewers, because like he used to do this trivia thing. It was, the streams that he done were wrestling streams, and back like pandemic times and everything like that, I was just watching heaps of things, and he was one of the things I watched. And he used to do this trivia where he'd ask questions, and you get points, and whoever finishes on top gets given this fictional world championship belt and everything, where their name's on the screen and that. Well, you could buy points, so just to make it so I could always control who won. It wasn't even a lot of money. It'd be like $2 or something, and I would get to win the whole like trivia thing, and I'd buy the points and give them to someone else and say, right, he wins. Right now he wins this week. Right now he wins this week. And I'd pick the winner each week, sort of thing, and everyone knew that they had no chance of winning because I'd just buy the points that it took to make it so someone else won. And yeah, I think some people didn't like that. They kind of got a bit jealous, and yeah, because of that I was well known in the stream as being like the best person at trivia, just because I always won or always decided the winner, sort of thing. And yeah, because of that, every year he does this thing where it's like, for the trivia we're going to do a Hall of Fame, just like they do in wrestling or UFC or whatever sport. Each year they do a Hall of Fame. So he does this Hall of Fame wrestling thing where winners of trivia can be nominated and all this stuff to be in the Hall of Fame. As a streaming idea, and for kids that like wrestling and stuff, it's actually not too bad. Like, if he wasn't such a piece of crap, like, yeah, it was actually not a bad idea. But people see like this, will she never become trivia champion? I controlled it, and you know it. You absolutely know it, and you hate it. That I had it under my thumb. I played it like a fiddle. I could do whatever I wanted in that stream, and yous hated it. So yeah, when he does this Hall of Fame thing, because I'm like well known for the trivia and all that, even still now people bring up my name, obviously, or he wouldn't be here. And he says things like, oh, we're gonna try and bring back some people from the stream from a long time ago. So then people start guessing, wait up, is it someone that he's hidden, someone, you know? And obviously he still does that crap, and still people think maybe it's him. Yeah, that's all it is, White Tiger. A lot of jealousy, people going, I hate it how he can just control things. They could know every single answer and it wouldn't matter, because I could just go bang, gone, doesn't matter, trivia's over for the night, because here you go, I'm paying for the points. And the other thing is, I didn't even do it for myself. I didn't even just go, I'm winner this week, haha, I'll win again, haha, I'll win again, haha, I'll win again, which I could have done. I made it so someone who hasn't won for a while won, or it wasn't just whoever watched wrestling the most and knew all the answers that won. You know, someone different won, and or I'd even make it so the person who's winning, the person in second can't catch up to the person in first, because they've got however many points plus the points that I just gave them as well. So I wouldn't even just do it for myself. That was the other thing. And people still hated it. All they had to do was be nice and maybe I'd pick them. But no, sorry. I have to troll instead. So, yeah. Now, every year, at the end of the year, like, I even have people coming in here pretending that they're him, saying, do you want to come back to my stream? And I can click straight on their name and go to their channel and see that it's not him. I know that for sure it's not him. And they still come here pretending they're him, pretending they're all sorts. Like, look at this person, I've already hidden 2 of their accounts just tonight. If it's who I think it is, I reckon they've got about 20 accounts that I've hidden. They just make all these different YouTube accounts and just go around trolling, get hidden, troll more, get hidden, troll more, get... Like... I really don't understand it. Some of them I honestly couldn't count how many accounts they'd have. Probably 100, literally. Must be tiring. Anyway, that's enough for me for tonight. Nearly 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why I'm even still playing. I've just been talking and talking and talking. So now I'll shut up. Okay, bye Francesca. Bye White Tiger. Bye Ashley. Bye Mr. Troll if you're still here on another account. Poor you that you're not 16. Alright, have a good day everyone. Sorry about the idiots in the chat. Hopefully it's not too frequent. I'll be back again tomorrow. At least PlayStation's fixed now. At least you didn't have that problem, White Tiger. The last 2 days, PlayStation Network's had a problem connecting with YouTube. Everyone's streaming on PlayStation. Their streams have been crashing after like half an hour. Yesterday I streamed 3 or 4 times. It just kept crashing after like 30 minutes. But it's alright today, so... Yeah, well... Alright, we'll see everybody. Till next time. Yeah, well... It just keeps crashing like yesterday and the day before. It seems alright now. Alright, well, have a good day. Till next time, stay safe. Bye for now.